my gosh. So I am so invested into Love Island. And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm a tarot reader. I can read it and pick up into the energies. So I am currently caught up, episode 9 on season 8. So I'm just going to get the energies of each couple, how they feel, what's going on. Spoiler alert, there are some people that got dumped. I'll ask about them and how they feel at the end since they got dumped. And yeah, let's get into it. So first, I want to know about Trinity. Is Trinity real? Does Bryce like Trinity? Does Trinity like Bryce? So y'all can't see it. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to trust me. I'm gonna do a 3-card spread. The person, the other person, and the feelings in the middle. So let's see. This is for Bryce. Trinity, the middle. Okay. So Bryce is represented as the 6 of coins. That man is willing to give and do anything for Trinity. If Trinity says jump, he's gonna say high. How high? Literally, he wants to invest in he I don't know, I'm gonna dig more deep into it, but he wants to invest all his eggs into Trinity. That's what it's giving. He wants to invest everything into her. Let's keep going. Trinity is represented as the Queen of Wands. So she's obviously beautiful. I feel like with this dynamic, it's giving like I'm picturing like a queen and a peasant, being like a peasant serving the queen. So I feel like in this dynamic, Bryce does put Trinity on a pedestal. Bryce puts Trinity on such a high pedestal. He sees her as someone that's very has so much personality, very beautiful, very confident within themselves, very like, I'm just getting like, he sees her as the life of a party, and he's willing to like keep feeding her light. He's willing to keep feeding her to make sure she's satisfied and full. And then the energy between them is the 9 of Pentacles reversed. So this is obviously giving like, I'm not trying to say 2 single people coming together, like of course, it's giving, it's like, I feel like a type of attachment is going to form between them. Like of course they're going to be in a relationship, but I feel like they might form this type of, what's it called, dynamic that they get very, very attached to. Like Trinity's going to be very attached to him, giving her everything she wants and needs, and I feel like she doesn't even have to ask for it. I feel like he's really good at seeing what she wants and giving it to her. She's going to become very attached to that, and he's going to be very attached to giving to her because he sees that she deserves it. Let's get clarification. And then we're going to move on to the next. Casey and Aniya. 6 of coins. Trinity. Alright. So, to clarify, Bryce, we got the 5 of coins. So I feel like he really fears her leaving. He fears her walking out and abandoning the situation. So I feel like he's moving from a place of insecurity. He's moving from a place of hurt. He's moving from a place of fear. He fears being abandoned. Like, I get it. I feel like he genuinely does like her, but his actions are stemming from insecurity. And let me get one more on him. I just feel like he's yeah, we got 8 of coins reverse. I just feel like he's not invested into the wrong thing, but he's moving from so much hurt and pain. I don't know, maybe in his like old relationships, he was discarded and put to the side. 8 of Pentacles reverse. It's like, I feel like, yeah, in his past relationships, people, like, he will give to people and they just became very uninterested in him. I'm just getting like, I'm done playing with you vibes. So he's moving from her, and I don't know if, like, I feel like he may be pondering, like, should I be giving this much? Because, like, what if she just discards me? But yeah, he's very insecure. He's very insecure, but he's gonna keep giving. Like, he likes giving to her, especially since she's shown as the Queen of Wands. Like, she runs this. She's the star in the relationship, and he likes that dynamic. He likes being the one that gives. I don't think he likes being the star. I think he likes supporting the star. He just really fears being discarded. He fears investing and putting in so much work into something. And I also think he fears being the one that is too invested into something. So there is a part of him that's trying not to become very invested because of his abandonment issues. But we're going to see him get very, very invested towards the end. He's going to be like down bad. Trinity is represented by the Justice card, and I think that's crazy because she is a Libra. I don't know any other people's signs, and my bias is Trinity, so she's represented by the Justice cards, which is, I feel like productions is going to always paint her picture to be like her. It's always going to paint the narrative for her to be the star, and like, I think production wants Trinity to come out as the star. She's always going to get her good karma. If anything bad happens to her, like, everything is going to be revealed. Like, this is why. Like, if any evil, I keep saying evil, like, if anything shady is done to her, production, like in the casting, not production, if the casting does something shady towards Trinity, production is going to shine light on that. I feel like they will put any narrative to make Trinity come out as the good person. I feel like Trinity has nothing to worry about this season. And I also see that she's very respectable. I feel like production just very much respects her. Everyone very much respects her. So if anyone, like, even if anyone in the cast hears something's wrong or does something wrong to Trinity, like, I feel like she has that power to turn people against people, you know? Trinity just holds a lot of power. And then in the middle, clarifying the Nine of Coins. Nine of Wands is crazy. That's a Freudian slip. So they may be going through some more battle scars before they can get to what I'm reading. But we have the Page of Pentacles, which is I feel like towards the end of this, they're going to know each other like the back of their, like, they're going to know each other so well. They're going to be an open book to each other. It's giving like, if I was to be put on a couples reality TV show, like, if I was to be put on a couples game show, and Trinity and Bryce was my, like, opponent, I will be scared. They will know literally every single thing about each other. I feel like they're very much curious about each other. They're very much curious about learning about each other, what their needs and wants, especially on a physical aspect. I feel like they're exploring each other more. Like, what do you crave physically? What more do you want from me physically? Yeah, but, and it's also giving, like, with the Page of Pentacles, I don't want to say gossiping, but I feel like they always, when it comes to them too, they always bring each other, like, good news. I don't know if there's gonna be, like, lots of brand deals trying to come towards them, but I see nothing but I'm not saying words. I just see a lot of gifts being exchanged between those two. It could be gifts of knowledge, like they both can be, like, because I'm just getting a very intellectual conversation type of vibe when it comes to these two. And they both could be giving each other, like, putting each other on game. Or when, like, I'm getting, like, outside the villa, like, hey, this person hit me up. We should probably go do this. Or we should go fly out there because they want us to be there. Like, I'm just getting, like, a lot of back and forth, like, getting, do y'all get what I'm putting down? Like, a lot of sponsorships wanting to sponsor them, and they're reaching out to each other like, yeah, we should do this. We should, like, I'm just getting nothing but good news between them. All right. Now let's do Casey and Aniya. What's the energy between Casey and Aniya? We're gonna do Aniya first. Aniya, Casey, and the energy in between. Okay. So Aniya is shown as the Ace of Pentacles reversed, which is very concerning. We have the Page of Wands for Casey and the energy in between, the Nine of Cups. So Aniya feels like she invested into the wrong thing. I feel like Aniya feels like she doesn't, I feel like she doesn't feel as stable. She doesn't feel like this can be long term. She doesn't feel like this is something that she can see herself being in for a long time. I also feel like she doesn't feel like he is a good, like, how do I say this? I feel like she feels like she'll be the one losing when it comes to materials rather than him. I just see her feeling his cup and her cup is getting less and less and less. I don't know. This is how Aniya is coming off. He's coming off as the Page of Wands, which is like a young, curious energy. This is giving me, he likes this connection. He's very curious about this connection. He's very curious about this connection. He wants to see where things go, but like it's giving like he still has a lot more learning to do. He still has a lot more growing up to do. I'm not gonna say he's not attracted to her. I think he's very interested and attracted to her, don't get me wrong. But I don't know if Aniya thinks him and her on the same boat when it comes to like maturity level, what they really want on a long term, what stability looks like, because he's still trying to figure out everything on his own. And I feel like she already has everything figured out, and she has to like, I don't think she likes the fact that she has to help him figure out everything. I think she wanted to be in a relationship with someone where they had everything already figured out, if that makes sense. In the middle, we have the Nine of Cups. So they're like, even though there's these feelings about feeling like they invested into the wrong person or feeling unstable, I'm getting more feeling like she has to like put her hands in the dirt more when it comes to Casey. I feel like overall they feel very confident within each other. I feel like they feel very confident and strong within each other. I fear that it may come across as arrogant to some people, but we're gonna look more deep into it. The Nine of Cups do seem like, I just hope they don't have a humbling moment with the Nine of Cups, because they're coming off as too confident with these energies of like, but there's these underlying energies like Casey. Don't get like, I don't like. Let's keep going, because I don't want to go off of assumption. I fear that he may have like a wandering eye with the Page of Wands, but let's see. So Aniya is clarified with the Ace of Pentacles reversed as the Chariot. So this is a victory. What if they're the ones that they win? Just kidding. Hey, they could be the winners. Who knows? But this is moving towards something. I feel like Aniya is very, very much she is the, I don't want to say breadwinner of this relationship, but she is the one that is more successful in this relationship. She is the one that will be pushed more in this relationship when it comes to maybe like marketing or whatever. I feel like she's the one that's gonna be pushed more. It's funny because they're both represented by like movement cards. He's represented by the Eight of Cups with this Page of Wands. So I really do fear. Let's get more into that. Why is the Page of Wands here with the Eight of Cups? 10 of Pentacles. I really do fear that Casey is in it for long-term stability when it comes to material gain. I feel like as soon as he sees something else that will provide him with much more wealth, he will walk towards that thing. I feel like he is very interested in Aniya because of what she can give him. Like, he's very interested in Aniya for what she can give him. I feel like she's opening doors for him. And I feel like, although she may have, well, she feels like she invested in the wrong thing. Although she feels that way, she's still going to come out victorious in the end. I feel like let's get one more card for Aniya. I feel like she's still going to become victorious towards the end. She's going to be pushed really hard in the forefront. And then we have the Emperor reverse. So that's really, really good. I don't know if this connection is going to last because this could be within the show. He could be leaving Aniya for like a bombshell in the show. Like someone, he can see himself paired well with someone else within the show. He can see himself making more money or being seen as like a star couple with someone else. Wait a minute. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I feel like as soon as he sees something that will benefit him in the long run, like if he sees that this person is going to look better with me, this person, me and her, we're like, once he sees someone else he can milk, he's gonna go towards that person. He's just really looking for, he's not looking for love. This man is looking for money. With the Ten of Pentacles, you can argue that he's looking for, you can't argue that he's looking for like a long, stable relationship. But with the King of Pentacles at the bottom, that man is, I'm not getting that. He's looking for money. He's interested in whoever can be a better, who can be a big, what's that word? Not investment. But you get what I'm saying? He's interested in who can benefit him the most. And then with the Emperor reversed, I feel like Aniya's gonna, I don't know if they're gonna pivot towards new people. Is low-key giving that energy. They're gonna pivot to other people. And I don't know if, I keep saying I don't know. Casey's gonna pivot to someone who thinks he can benefit more off of. Aniya's gonna pivot to someone who actually truly cares about her. And I feel like Aniya's gonna be the one who actually benefits in the end. She started off giving her all to something that wasn't given back. Now I feel like with the Emperor reverse, which is low-key really good to me, she's gonna be the one that stops being the one in control. She's gonna be the one that stops being the one that gives, the one that has to provide all the stability and everything. I feel like she's moving towards someone who can actually let her sit back, relax, and enjoy everything. She doesn't have to be the one that invests her all into something, if that makes sense. I'm getting, this is more in a material way though. I'm not getting emotionally. I don't know if Casey is materially taxing on her or trying to benefit from her materially, but they're going to pivot away from each other. They both have movement cards, the Chariot and the Eight of Cups. And I feel like whoever Aniya pivots to is overall going to be better for her. Whoever Casey pivots to, I feel like it's going to be a good show moment that might make everyone invested, but I don't know if that's a good move on his part. I don't know. Let's look. Is that a good move from Casey's part? The Wheel of Fortune reverse. And then the Seven of Swords. He's self-sabotage. He's going to take a huge gamble, and he's going to lose that gamble. Sorry, Casey. The High Priestess reversed. When it comes to their energy in between, there's a lot of things being unsaid between them. I feel like they're very confident with each other, and it's getting cocky and arrogant to a point. I don't know. I feel like their humbling moment might be when things that haven't been said to each other, that's been kept secret from each other, gets revealed. That's when everything starts crashing down and burning. I feel like a lot of secrets are being held between the two. Not just on Casey's part or Aniya's part, between both of them. But yeah, Aniya's gonna get somebody that actually wears the pants. I don't know if Casey wears the pants. Casey's looking to benefit. All right. Now let's look at, since this is episode 9, I'm gonna do a triangle for soul, Sincere, and Melanie. We're gonna do a triangle. So this is Soul. This is Sincere. This, oh my gosh. This is Melanie. And this is energy in between. Oh my gosh. So Soul is represented as the Fool reversed. Soul is not naive. Soul is coming into this. I'm getting that I'm wide awake, falling from cloud 9. I feel like Soul is having realization about how things aren't what they really seem. I feel like Soul is getting like, I'm not saying she's not happy with what's going on, but Soul is low-key, Soul is low-key not happy with where she's at right now. I don't know if she's not happy in the villa, but it's giving, this is not what I was expecting. It's giving, this is not what I thought I would be walking into. Now, I feel like she's having a huge reality check right now. Guess what Sincere is represented as, guys? The Ace of Wands. Oh! Sincere is represented as the Ace of Wands. That dude is moving based off of lust. That dude is moving based on, I'm just thinking with my dick. That's literally Sincere. He's just thinking with his dick. That dude is moving off of, based on who, he's moving based off of vibes and I forgot the other words, but he's not thinking logically and he's not thinking emotionally. He's moving based off of lust. Mel is represented as the King of Cups reversed. Ooh, we might see Mel detach really, really hard. We might see Mel cut her emotions off after this triangle. I don't think Mel is in it emotionally anymore. I think Mel has detached themselves. And in the middle of their energy, we have the Hierophant, which is crazy. In the middle of their triangle, everyone, like in the middle of this is commitment. People are worried about, being, who are they going to commit to? Mel is the energy, it's like, they all have commitment on the brain. I feel like Soul, Mel, and Sincere's, I keep repeating myself, but like, they're all, it's funny because they all have commitment on the brain, but I don't see that as no one's true intentions. I just feel like, well, except for Mel, I see Mel truly wanting to commit to Sincere. I see her as someone that's, that had to detach, someone that had a lot of emotions but had to detach. Sincere wants to commit to these two. Sincere's thinking like, who can get me the most hard? Just kidding. Who can excite me the most? Who do I vibe with the most? Sincere wants that angst energy. Sincere wants that type of love bombing type of relationship. Sincere is going for like this, like I feel like he needs to feel and love intensely. Like he's looking for something, like he's low-key looking to have a good fun summer, but with the person he connects to, he doesn't want that thing that's solid and builds from a friendship. He wants something fast, quick. He wants an adrenaline rush. But yeah, they all want to commit to someone though. They all want commitment. This is a true triangle though, because I feel like they all, like Mel and Soul truly wants to commit towards Sincere, and Sincere truly wants to choose between the two. He's just looking at things a little weird. He's not looking based off of love, because if he was, I'm pretty sure the connection would have been clear. All right, this is clarifying Soul, Sincere, Mel, the energy in between. Goodness gracious, nothing but reverses. So to clarify Soul, we have the Two of Cups reversed. She feels like everything Soul feels like everything in this villa is fake. She feels like she can't trust anyone. She feels like people are out to get her. She feels like she can't get close to anyone. She feels like if she does form a relationship with Sincere, it's going to be fake. Soul genuinely wants to isolate and be alone. Sincere is the star reversed. I feel like Sincere he doesn't want to invest into anything truly. Sincere doesn't want to invest in anything truly, doesn't want to invest in anything deeply. He wants everything to be easy flowing, and he doesn't want to work hard for something. He just wants to see who's the easiest, to be honest. He wants to connect to people who are very, very easygoing. He doesn't want to be in no type of, well, I don't want to say he doesn't want to be in no drama. He just doesn't want to work as hard, you know? He wants someone to pour into him rather than he pours into it. I'm not, with the star reverse though, I don't see him getting any better with the people, like with the internet. I don't think the internet's going to start loving him anytime soon. I feel like he's going to get worse and worse when it comes to how people see him, how people perceive him. Mel is the judgment reversed. This is crazy. It's getting it's funny how she's shown as a detached person, but like she still isn't recalling and seeing information and receiving information how they are. I feel like the difference between Soul and Melanie, Soul sees things for what they are. Soul is very closed off. Mel, on the other hand, she's closed off for her emotions, but she's still a little bit delusional. I see her ignoring her intuition so much. I feel like her guides, like there's, with the judgment, it's like people telling you, hey, don't do that, hey, don't do that, and then they're like, you know what, I'm gonna do it anyways, because it's like this is very contradicting energy. It's like she's cut off from her heart. She's just out of whack. Mel is out of whack. She's cut off with her heart, and she's ignoring all the signs. She's ignoring all the signs she needs to see. So I don't know how that's gonna go, especially when it comes to her and Sincere. I feel like whenever she looks back on events with Sincere, she's gonna be looking at it with rose-colored eyes. But I feel like she's done investing emotionally into things. I feel like this really messed up Melanie. I'm not gonna lie. And then to clarify the Hierophant, we have the Empress reversed. Everyone truly wants a commitment, but I don't see anybody willing to nurture it to be as strong as the commitment can be. I don't see anyone nurturing it. I see people going, like, I don't know, I see people not wanting to put someone on a pedestal. I see people moving off of some sort of, like, it's either moving based off of fear, based off of fear, or based off of just like intensity, based off of like the adrenaline rush. I see the girls moving off of fear, and Sincere's moving off of who can make me feel young again type of energy. All right, I'm gonna do a quick one for Sincere and Mel. I'm gonna do a quick one for Sincere and Corbin. See how that goes. How's Sincere and Corbin gonna go? This is Melanie. Melanie doesn't want to be in a relationship with him. Melanie does not trust him. Corbin could literally care less with the Four of Cups. I feel like Corbin's going to try to get to know her. Corbin's going to fake the funk. Corbin's going to act like he's invested, but that man don't care. And the energy between is stress. Let's get more. Why is the energy between Nine of Swords? Maybe whenever they go to sleep, it's going to be real awkward. It's going to be real, like, weird. We have the Ten of Cups reversed. I feel like they're stressing about how the world... I feel like they both are stressing about how the world is perceiving this relationship. They're both stressing about, like, how they come across. They're stressing about... I see them both stressing about them genuinely staying long on the villa. They don't see themselves being coupled with anybody, and they don't see themselves having a real connection. So they're fearing about the stability and the longevity of their connection. And if they get dumped, they're both stressing about getting dumped. Look, the lovers keep popping out. I don't know why. Let's do Zach and Kayda. The dynamic between Zach and Kayda. Zach, Kayda, the energy in between. Zach is coming off as the Eight of Wands reversed. Kayda's coming off as the Two of Swords. And the energy in between is the Hierophant, which is a good sign. But let's talk about Zach. Zach feels like he can't really communicate everything to Kayda. Zach feels like Kayda may, like, judge him in a way. I feel like he can't communicate well to Kayda, or he might have a hiccup in what he says to her. I feel like he might miscommunicate something towards her. They might have, like, a little miscommunication trope. I just see him being stuck on something that he needs to communicate to her and doesn't communicate. Kayda is represented as the Two of Swords. I feel like they might have a miscommunication trope. I feel like Kayda may be blindsided about something Zach says to her. The Two of Swords is not good. I feel like, I'm not saying she's coasting. Two of Swords is, I feel like he might blindside her with something. And it's because of his lack of communication. But the energy in between, they genuinely want to... I feel like they could last outside the villa. Like, they genuinely want to communicate to each other. Communicate. They genuinely want to commit towards each other. Let's communicate. Why do I keep saying communication? So communication may be something really, really big that might be misled between them. Why is the Eight of Wands here? Why is the Eight of Wands here for Zach? Why is the Two of Swords here for Kayda? And why is the Hierophant here? Page of Coins reversed. Yeah. Zach may invest into the wrong thing. And this is represented by Kayda. Zach may invest into the wrong person, may tell her the wrong thing. I just see Zach piquing interest in the wrong person. It's not the wrong person. I see Zach getting close to someone else that's not Kayda. Like, very curious. But I feel like this is a bad investment on his part. I feel like he's going to realize that this is a bad investment. Kayda is not going to like being blindsided and put into a third-party situation. She doesn't rock that. She does not rock with third-party stuff. She does not. But in the end, Eight of Coins, they're going to work it out and come back to each other. They have a lot of emotions for each other. That was quick and easy. The other ones were like, ugh. But that was quick and easy. Who else is there? Let's do Kenzie and Caleb. Kenzie and Caleb. What's the energy between Kenzie and Caleb? Kenzie, Caleb. Ooh. Energy in between. Uh-oh. Kenzie's gonna put all her eggs in one basket. Kenzie is going to be so hyper focused on Caleb. Kenzie's gonna be like, my man. Kenzie is the type of person. Okay, first let's keep going before I say what I say. Caleb is represented by the Three of Wands. Caleb is represented by the Three of Wands. That man has a wandering eye. That man is not settling. That man has a wandering eye. That man is keeping their options open. And then the energy in between is the Ace of Swords reversed. Caleb, I'm just getting, there's a lot of unclarity. There's a lot of delusion on Kenzie's side, and there's a lot of lies being said on Caleb's side. There is so much illusion, so much cloudiness when it comes to Kenzie's side. Kenzie, she's the type to, this relationship is the type where Kenzie's so locked and closed off one-sided with Caleb, and Caleb will kiss a new bombshell or kiss one of the classmates, will kiss one of the villa mates, whatever. And then Kenzie will learn about this, and Caleb would be like, no, it's always you. I was just testing, blah, blah, blah. And Kenzie would be like, oh, okay, well. And then she'll be in the confessionals like, yeah, he's just exploring to see if this is testing, blah, blah, blah. Kenzie's going to be played in her face. Kenzie's getting played in her face. Kenzie's getting played. Clarify the Eight of Coins. Clarify the Three of Wands. Clarify the Ace of Swords. OMG. We have the Sun reversed. Usually the Sun means like light, clarity. To have that reverse is giving very delusional. Like you're not going to have no type of clarity. She's going to be very much so naive. Yeah. She's going to be so naive. She's going to be so disillusioned. And she's going to always try to work it out with him. Caleb is represented by the Two of Wands. That, when I say this man has his options open, when I say his foot is always his foot is always 1 foot out the door. He's ready to leave in an instant. But I feel like with him, he can stay in and out this because he knows that Kenzie is going to take him back and forgive him. And in the middle, we have King of Pentacles. Clarify the Ace of Swords again with this King of Pentacles. I don't get that. Five of Swords reversed. This is gonna be something that people are gonna be like, Kenzie, how haven't you left him yet? This is gonna be one of those toxic relationships that last really, really long. This is gonna be one of those toxic relationships that probably lasts for the rest of the season. It's gonna be so toxic. It's gonna be so toxic. Oh man, poor Kenzie. And oh yeah, Jen and Gabriel, bro. Let's get Jen and Gabriel's. This is gonna be Jen. This is gonna be Gabriel. This is gonna be the energy in between. Yeah. Jen is represented as the High Priestess reversed. Jen is hiding something. Jen is, first off, very silent, not speaking her truth, not saying all that she needs to say. She's hiding something from Gabriel. Gabriel's represented as the Page of Wands, which is not good in my opinion. This is giving, it's like the same vibe as KC, who, I'm not saying who can benefit him the most, but like he's very curious, he's very attracted to her, of course, but like this is giving little boy lustful energy who moves towards whatever benefits him, moves towards whatever excites him the most. And then the energy in between, the Eight of Cups. they're not making it with each other. This isn't lasting. They're walking away from each other. I'll be surprised if this lasts more than 2 episodes. What is she hiding from him, though? What is Jen hiding? The son. Does Jen have a kid? Do we know if Jen has a kid? There, like with the sun reversed too, there's something that I don't know if it's going to be illuminated with with production or something. Maybe Jen is hiding how much she is really not attracted to Gabriel. She's not happy. She's not happy with him. They're both. I'm not getting more into this relationship because that relationship not lasting. I think that's everybody though. I hope. If I miss anyone, sorry. Oh yeah, how does Sean and Gabriel feel? How does Sean and Beatriz feel? How does Sean feel now that he's gone? 1, 2, 3. 6 of Cups reverse. King of Swords reverse. 6 of Coins reverse. Dang. Well, I feel like he hated the narrative of him. I think he hated that he spoke about having a kid. I don't think he liked that he spoke about it. Maybe he feels like he spoke about it too soon. I'm not saying that he hates being a father. I'm not getting that at all. There is an aspect about some childhood stuff here, like children with the 6 of Cups. I think he didn't like how he mentioned that really early on. I feel like he doesn't like how he invested so much. I think he's very disappointed. I think he's disappointed in production. I think production left out a lot of things that he said. I think he hate that he invested so much into the show or into a person. He hate how much he invested, or he hate how much he didn't do much. It's giving he invested too much into something, or he did too little into something, or maybe even both. But that's Sean. Now Beatriz. How does Beatriz feel? Oh, Bea. We have the 4 of Coins, 5 of Coins, 9 of Coins. Nothing but coins. This woman is about to focus on getting her bag up. This woman is focused on getting her bag up. This woman is, I feel like this just solidified something with her trauma. This solidified, she's becoming more of avoidant. I feel like after this, she's going to be single and worrying about her money. She's becoming more an avoidant. I don't think she wants to be in a relationship for a long time after this. Yeah, but that's all I got. This is what I got for Love Island Season 8. And y'all put in the comments, like, specific questions y'all want. Okay, bye.